Okay, I think we're good to go. Anyone have any like preliminary questions about like their characters or anything like that before we jump into it, or?
I'm gonna go on learn as I or get my character as I play method. The
That's
Daniel Day-Lewis kind
perfect.
of thing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I have a
Um,
general idea, but
yeah, that's perfect. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry, I'm still getting like the last of it put together. We agreed everyone we're part of a crew, and kicking us off. Your character's name, enemy. Remind me your character's name.
Meekin.
Meekin. Yeah, Meekin. Our story begins as your ship, the PU. We're gonna call it the PUS or the Puss, Miguel.
I think it's pronounced the puss.
The Puss.
No, sorry, the puss.
The Puss.
Yeah, that was the puss.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, the
maybe that's like a self tell or something like that. But I saw
the puss.
the Puss.
The puss.
It's got some problems going on with it, right? It's got some maintenance issues, if I'm not mistaken. I think
It's a little.
Go ahead.
Oh no, it's a little shitty. It's not like the best thing ever. It's not like a Corvette or anything, but it's workable.
Right. I think the preliminary issue is you have an oxygen leak on the Puss, which really only acts up if you're ever low on oxygen. But you guys really can't have decided that's not something that you want to play around with, right? So as you have sort of set course for the nearest ALCOR space station, ALCOR being like, I think the real world equivalent of ALCOR would be Bucky's. A Bucky's highway stop. Yeah. Everyone knows
Okay, wait a
ALCOR,
second.
right?
Yeah.
Meekin, as your ship is just getting within range of this Alcor station. Like telemetry connects between ship and station, and you're able to like abruptly start like everyone is like downloading like personal messages and stuff like that, things that have been like in the like internet, but you haven't seen it because you've been offline. Kind of the package arrives, right?
Yeah.
And sure enough, inside your delivery of various spam emails and like overdue bills and stuff like that, Meekin, you also get a wave from your good friend Mickey the Roach. Mickey being we've established this sort of like infamous space pirate, criminal, thief. He's got a finger in every pie. He knows someone in every port. He's a good guy to know, right? And he's got a message waiting for you in your inbox, basically, when you come online.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Yeah, when you open it up, it's a video message, and Mickey has added even more. You've known him for his thing is he's got a lot of vehicle implants, like interfaces. Basically, he can instead of like piloting a ship with a yoke or whatever, he just like plugs into it. But the thing is, if you didn't know better, Meekin, he is clearly sort of like addicted to doing it, right? Like every
I know.
right? And every time he's interfaced with a ship or a car or something like that, Mickey's come out of it a little bit less than, right? So it's no surprise to see this time. It's maybe been like months since you've talked to Mickey. He's got a brand new like series of like implants like running up like the side of his head, shiny chrome. Things must be good for him. In the background of this video, you can hear some like giggling women and some like soft playing like jazz music, and the lighting behind him is very like soft. It's colorful, but like purpley and blue, very kind of romantic. He holds up a champagne bottle and like pops the cork. And he says, I struck it good this time, Meekin, but I don't forget my debts. So I hope you don't mind, but while you guys were in cryo, I took the liberty of reaching out to your ship, the Puss, and I kind of altered its course a little bit, and Mickey does like some things in his fingers, which shows that he's interfacing with the ship. And at the same time, the three of you see like the view screen of the puss sort of like opens up, and it shows that you have actually been rerouted to a different ALCOR station. In fact, you've been routed like, if you guys thought you were heading like east across like known space, you've actually turned like west. Like you're completely in like a different quadrant of space than you expected. And the ALCOR station that you see as like the guard rollers of your ship's like viewport roll up is just like the saddest looking ALCOR station you've ever seen in your life. There's actual like smoke billowing out of some of like the like emergency exhaust ports on the side of the station. It's on like a tilt, a dangerous tilt, orbital tilt for the planet it's sitting outside of. And there is, it's hard to tell if there's any ships docked with it, but there does seem to be some lights on. Anyway, Mickey says, I know it's not exactly what you were looking for, but I used to party over at this station, and I left for you a little care package. if you'll know where to find it, right? And he he does like one of these. You'll know where to find it, right, Meekin? And then he's like off camera for a little bit as you hear him like snort like a big line of like hyper coke or something like that, and he goes, anyway, you'll figure it out. There's a package waiting for you on the station, and it's gonna make us square up. You know what I mean, Meekin? Anyway, catch you on the next one. And then he like fumbles for like the disconnect button, drops like the camera like it's sideways for a little bit, showing like the clear brothel that he's hanging out in, before he like finds and fumbles for the power button. Leaving the three of you standing in the control space of the frigate that you guys drive together, staring off at this like the most dilapidated ALCOR station you've ever seen.
As the video ends, Meekin does stare at the black screen a little bit after like the video call ends. Just like kind of looking into it. Like just like for a second where it's like, okay, this is something's up, but that's it.
Okay. All right. I think this is a good time to go around the proverbial command console of the room and introduce our characters. Who's staring out into this sad ALCOR station?
Meekin is staring at the screen, waiting for someone to say something.
Stella just curses right away. Just, what the fuck? She is a redhead. She has some cyber implants herself. Mostly cosmetic stuff, and she just wears like sort of like a jumpsuit, but all bundled up down to the wrists.
Okay. Awesome. What
kind
of implants does Stella have, though? That's what I want to know.
So one thing is like an oxygen tube. I kind of imagined her having asthma. Okay. So she's got like this permanent tube. Actually, I made an AI picture. Fantastic. For reference than anything, but I can upload it.
Sure.
And then I didn't have any purpose for the implants. It was just she's like skilled at cybernetics is her thing. So
we'll figure it out as we play. She's got implants. How does she feel about seeing Mickey the Roach's like fresh chrome stuff? His implants look so cool. They're like from a different IP than Mothership. They were like, I don't know, like Star Trek or something like that. Yeah.
Is it Borg?
Yeah, he had Borg implants.
If it's good stuff, she'd definitely be jealous.
Okay.
So most of it is, I think, just like to facilitate her nasal tube. But I don't know. Maybe some of it becomes relevant as something else.
Don't wait to pick it out.
And then she purposefully like has it displayed so her hair's like combed over to the other side so that the cybernetics are not hidden by the hair.
She shows them off. Very cool. Okay, what role does Stella fill for the party, would you think?
So she's good at repairing stuff. She knows some mathematics. I don't know if that helps with navigation at all, but she's good at jury rigging and repairing, and then she knows cybernetics.
Ooh, okay. All right. Miguel, how about your quiet
My android?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a random roll, and for some reason he has a battle dress. So I'm gonna kind of riff off of it. But his name is, or their name is Kirsch, and you can tell by the way he's dressed that he's very old, like from a quite a long, like it's like clothing, almost like a period clothing. Like you're like, wow, that's like museum level type of clothing that he's wearing. So you can get a sense that he's probably very walks over to where you guys are and says, so what's next for the team? So I would say based on his skills and how he's outfitted, his main role is probably more or less just keeping the team safe, I would say. Just kind of a quiet figure that he doesn't really have any weapons, but he's you get the sense that he's kind of just there as almost like a secure, or more like not security, but more like a caretaker of the group,
Like a retainer.
like a retainer.
A
Yeah, so
footman.
he's footman almost,
Okay. Works for me.
like a butler, almost like a butler.
Yeah.
Let's say.
I was circling the word. And then Meekin, I think your character is equipped with a strange skill set.
Yes. So Meekin is dressed like what you would stereotypically think a futuristic salaryman is. So, like, he wears stuff that's like very put together, like tucked in, like very prim and proper. But it seems like it's more of putting it together as in lazy, like didn't want to make the choice, versus actually like putting in the effort doing it. So it's more like I put this on, I know what I'm doing, this is my routine, but I'm not like actually putting an effort doing
It's
it.
a uniform.
It's a uniform, basically.
Yeah.
He uses a uniform. He's fairly average build, takes care of himself, but he's always just kind of in his work. And it's not like he doesn't care about the crew or anything. It just like seems like he's always in another place. Yeah, and he is, I don't know actually, do we have like a crew lead or like specific roles? Because he is a scientist by nature, but he also, you guys would know that he's a little bit religious, which is kind of weird for someone who is really into like computers and stuff like that.
I don't know if well, you guys tell me, is there an obvious captain amongst you, or do you guys kind of squabble about it?
Stella.
Stella.
It's definitely not Kirsch.
I would say to me it looks like Stella has a flamethrower, and that's pretty hard to argue with.
Yeah.
Um,
Pretty. Yeah. Meekin wouldn't care. Meekin's just like kind of there, just like whatever needs to happen happens.
Okay. All right, and now I have with me a table of D100 character bonds. Do you guys think that'd be fun to roll on to give a little background lore for you guys? All right,
Yeah,
my
let's do it.
suggestion would be two people to decide the bond. One person, each of you is going to roll a D10. One is going to give me the type of bond, like is it family, crime, work, military, and the other one is going to give me the specific bond within that category. So I think let's start with the two scientists, Meekin and Stella.
Okay. Let's see if this works. Roll. Let me see if I D10. Oh man, I apologize. I've not used the Discord version in a while. Is it roll / D10?
Exclamation.
Oh, exclamation D10.
Yeah, I have no familiarity with Discord.
Because they're just D10.
I'm reminded I should get my dice out though.
Oh, I think it's 1d10. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, 1d10. Got it.
Somebody rolled something.
It's exclamation point R D10.
Interesting.
1d10. Yeah.
Okay, they need to really. Okay, I just
And a
R
space. Sorry.
R. Why do they have to
Between
make
R
this
and
so?
the D.
Why are they gonna make this so complicated? 9.
Okay, so are you rolling for? You're rolling for the category. So you
Yes.
two have a weird backstory together. Estella, what kind of weird backstory is it? Go ahead and roll me another d10 and.
Ooh. Oh, so you said weird, not awkward. I was like, okay.
I mean, they will be awkward, but they're all. It's 100 awkward bonds. This
Nice.
category. Weird. Did you roll, Stella?
8.
Okay. One is honor bound to the other for life.
Hmm.
Maybe that should be Kirsch, I think, and somebody else. That seems fits more like his type.
It does, but I think that's a good opportunity for Kirsch to be like, why can't I be honor bound? So
Yes.
I'm so jealous. Why are they honor bound?
I'm programmed to be honor bound, and
Yeah.
You're signing.
They all keep dying so young.
so would either of you? Does either of you have an idea for how one is honor bound to the other?
Stella, I don't know too much about your past. You would know that I am somewhat of like a missionary as well with my religious aspect. Like when I go to places, I kind of try to help like people where I can. But I can also be honor bound to you. I don't particularly have a. Maybe it's like I helped someone that you knew, or you helped me when I tried to help somebody. Or something like that.
I have an idea.
Sure.
This is Stella's ship. She's the captain, and she has agreed to take you on as a crew, and in return, you are now honor bound to her for the rest of your life. You've basically like you're indentured servitude to Stella.
Oh
in
man!
exchange for our ride.
Spreading the mission.
Yeah.
Is this
the mission?
Is this a like contractual obligation in terms of, or is it more just like a handshake, a verbal handshake?
I'm okay with that coming out through roleplay.
Okay.
But I think for purposes of our opening scene, Meekin, you are honor bound to Captain Stella because she could give you a ride to your next destination.
Sure, God willing, you know.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Stella?
That could work. I was thinking we're both scientists, so it'd be interesting if that actually played more of a role. If you're honor bound to me, I had to help you with something. Like you might have been in really hot water if you weren't able to fix some part of a experiment, or like I don't know, you promised to fix the AC for a bunch of churches and couldn't quite do it. That's a little
I would
lighthearted.
actually love it if it was something as goofy as couldn't fix the AC, and Stella was like,
or it could be like life support for some missionary church ships that go throughout the universe or something. You overpromised, and Stella helped fulfill the promise or something.
Bailed you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to fix a generational ship's AC unit, and I was like, "Oh wait, I totally don't know how to do this. This is a different system."
This is Windows. I'm Mac.
Yeah. Is this Linux? Oh, you gotta get the other guy. I'm not.
All right. How about Kirsch and Stella? How do you guys feel?
All right.
Someone roll for category. Someone roll for the specific.
Who's rolling? Stella, you rolling the first one? All right, I'll roll the second one.
Yeah, 6 for me.
Okay.
4 for me.
The category is disaster.
Nice.
Survivors of a colony that failed because of a terraforming-induced ecological collapse. I feel like this ties into our life debt.
To the AC. The AC unit failed, and
Kirsch, eager to defend a life, perhaps pulled Stella out of a disastrous AC
Or-
unit
or
repair.
Or better yet, it was the generational ship where you guys fixed the AC, and I was the only survivor because I don't need to breathe. And I hitched a ride
Fix the
with,
AC.
and I hitched a ride with Stella. He like somehow found me.
I love it. Stella, how do you feel about it?
Sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna wait for you to take a sip every time to ask you a question.
Mickey seems very sad about this, but you don't know. Nobody told you. You don't know about that.
All right, and I think if we did Meekin and Kirsch, then we have a full circle of bonds.
All right. Do you want to roll first, Meekin, or are you
Oh
trying?
no, you can roll first. I'm making this note that I feel really Meekin feels extremely bad about the
Well,
AC.
Meekin doesn't know. Meekin doesn't know.
Air
Oh,
conditioning.
does Meekin not know?
No, because this was about me and Stella. This was about me and Stella.
Even better.
Like how he found me, and you. I guess you never asked any questions from your lab bench.
Oh, okay. So I'll just remove
Just took
this.
Stella's word for it that yeah, the AC's fixed. Everyone's dead.
Yeah. So I rolled a 7, and then Meekin, if you wouldn't mind rolling the next one.
Yep. 1d10. 3.
Yeah, 7 and 3.
The background is crime.
Nice.
The smugglers whose
Okay.
connections all just went dark.
Smugglers connections. Oh,
Smugglers' connections who all went dark.
so maybe Kirsch helped again without Meekin knowing. He was a little hot water with some smugglers, and Kirsch took care of the problem.
Got it. Some
Hey.
some HVAC like servicemen or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Hey, the angels are protecting me. You know, whatever I don't know. Seems good to me.
God, Meekin's living such a blessed life.
I do.
Protect his innocence at all costs.
Very good. That'll be a challenge in Mothership. I'll say that. All right. So we kind of know who we're playing now, and the circumstances around each other. The three of you are left in a very backwater sector of space. I don't have more details really past that. Staring down the proverbial barrel of this ALCOR space station, which, as I described, is at a dangerous tilt in the planet it orbits around, and there are there's exhaust spilling out of it in a way that you've never seen an ALCOR space station do that before. It doesn't look... That smoke looks pretty radioactive, kind of a deal. But Mickey the Roach, Meekin, your faraway friend, has promised you that there's some sort of lucrative lead on the station.
Do these two know Mickey like from an intimate level, or are they just like they know them from far away?
That's not my question to answer.
Well, Kirsch. I turned to Kirsch and I turned to Stella. And I say, I hope Mickey's doing all right.
Is he a problem?
No, I don't think that's what. Do we have this relation where I say things and Kirsch just thinks it's a danger as soon as I say something?
Well, I'm glad. I hope he's okay too.
Could tell from his video.
Hope he's okay. Because when we meet him next, I'm going to kill him.
Well, he is a problem.
Kirsch, he's not a problem. He's a wayward soul trying to figure out his place. And now his turn. Oh, go ahead.
Are there any like scans or anything we can do for that spewing, radiation spewing?
Absolutely. In fact, no need to roll for that. As long as you're just doing sort of like a surface level scan of the station, right?
Yeah, basically, I'm wondering, can we go in there?
Oh yeah. When you scan it, it sort of pops up on the registry as ALCOR space station call sign number letter kind of thing. It's on the like galactic registry. It's paid all its taxes to the company, kind of a deal, and it's still very much a legitimate ALCOR space station. your ship scans sort of indicate that maybe they're just sort of like cutting every corner they can on maintenance, and while it doesn't look like much, it should still be okay on board. And the last bit of reassurance I have for you is on the upper level of the dome, the what do we call that? The arcade deck of every ALCOR space station is blasting out rainbow lights in like a pulsating, almost musical-looking rhythm out of the windows, telling you that the party is very much still thriving in the arcade level of ALCOR space station. There's no sound in
So
space,
there are
but if there
people
was,
on
your
it.
windows would be rattling for sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we gotta go dock then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm assuming you send like a message out to the station to be like, let's initiate docking procedures. The maintenance guy on the other end is delayed answering you, but he's like chewing on. He's like, "Yeah, you can just pull in," and he mumbles off like whatever dock number or whatever. And then he's like, "Oh shit, I spilled on the microphone is like obstructed as he's like brushing like whatever he's chewing on off the mic." But Stella, you notice, I'm not really sure how to describe it, but sort of like a frequency underneath the official frequency coming from the space station, almost as if there's like some pirate radio emanating out of it. You would just have to recalibrate your ship's comms to like receive this extra signal, should you be so inclined.
Okay. That definitely seems like something she would do. And she'd tell the other two, even if they're not talking, she'd just be like, "Shut up!" and like start fiddling.
Always
I didn't say anything.
I love it.
And like practically hear her teeth grinding at this point.
Meekin and Kirsch gain a point of stress as Stella cracks the whip. I think you should gain a point of stress as she snaps on you. And Stella, I'm going to look for a intelligence roll to sort of calibrate your comms to like this pirate frequency.
What actually is the role?
Yeah.
I've been learning a couple of new systems, so I forget.
Perfect. This is the perfect opportunity to learn. So in Mothership, we roll percentile dice, so D100. Okay. And what you want to do is get under. I believe it's specifically under. I don't know if it's at or under.
Under.
It's underneath your stats. So I'm saying roll your intelligence. You're gonna roll D100 and try to get under whatever your intelligence score is.
Under 53. Nope.
Hold on. We're gonna redo it, because if you have a skill that will apply in the situation, and it's up for you to determine if a skill applies, that raises your stat level. So if you have a 10-point skill, you add 10 to your intelligence when you roll.
I think unless mathematics or cybernetics, but otherwise I don't think.
If I'm not mistaken, you have jury rigging, Stella, and I think that would apply here, because you're trying to get onto like a...
Sure.
Yeah, you're
Still
sort of jury rigging the
okay. That'd only make it 63 anyway.
And what did you roll?
So 83.
Okay, my last piece of rule knowledge before we move on from the dice roll. Two pieces, actually. One is we always watch for doubles, because that's a crit success or failure. So 88 would have been like a disastrous result. Yep. And two, whenever you fail a roll, you add a point of stress. So Stella, your teeth really start grinding as you keep sort of like turning the dial on the comms thing to sort of like chase the frequency, but you're never able to just really pin it down. It's really aggravating, and it increases your stress by 1. So you should be at 3.
Do we start? Oh, okay. Do we start with 2?
Always 2. Yep. Space is
Okay.
always a little bit.
Oh, that says minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize. I read current and maximum. I didn't realize that was minimum. It's 2 stress.
No worries. So if I'm tracking correctly, everyone should now be at 3 stress. Meekin and Kirsch, because Stella snapped at you, kind of undeserved. and Stella,
Yep.
because it's really frustrating to know that there is some comms out there that you're not able to tap into.
I know space is stressful, so I forgive Stella.
Okay.
Would you like me to tranquilize either of you? Do you need to relax? He pulls out his trank gun.
Not right now.
Oh, very well.
Trank gun. All right, and without further ado, the Puss sort of coast into docking with the ALCOR space station. It's very rudimentary, if a little janky. You know, like the grappling arms that like reach out to grab the Puss are a little spastic, and they sort of like butt into the ship before biting down. So the ship sort of rocks around a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's not the worst you've ever experienced. And you are pulled into docking with ALCOR space station.
As we dock,
Yep.
can I rub my pendant and kind of do a little ritual of myself?
It's not that kind of show.
And then, hey. And then just feel, like, try to, quote unquote, feel the energy that's coming from this. And that could just be anything. It could be made up in my head, or it could be just, like, actual.
Okay. Give me a roll of intelligence and mysticism to see what you can divine from the ALCOR aura.
So it's this. Yeah, I'm reading the crystals right now.
Yeah.
And I have to get underneath 45 and have a plus 10.
Yep. So 55 is what I hear.
Wait. Does my... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, wow. Exactly 54.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait a second. Whoa. And that just, like, shakes me to my core. I'm like, what?
Yeah. The aura of ALCOR space station is a little obfuscated. You know, it's kind of hard to read the stones or whatever, you know, the crystals. But the vibe you get is this space station is ripe with potential. There's a lot going on underneath the surface here. Like there's a lot of business happening on the side, and that's sort of waiting for you to tap into. And there are people here. There's people to recruit, and you do sort of follow the aura line of Mickey the Roach. Mickey the Roach was definitely here not too long ago.
I smell him.
Yeah, that's what the crystals tell you. You smell Mickey.
Okay, by the way, I don't actually have crystals, okay? I was just thinking. I was like, that's how I visualize that. But I do turn to the crew and say, never judge a book by its cover.
Always do.
Always do.
What was that?
He always does. Okay, so you guys step through the airlock onto, and I'm looking at Alba right now. You guys step off your ship, through the airlock, and enter the docking bay of ALCOR space station, where you see you have a neighbor on the other airlock. There's a ship there of some kind, and on the, I picture like gangway, like metal, like not the fencing that you walk on, but the grating kind of thing. There is sort of like a chain link fenced area that looks like it serves as a makeshift mechanic shop. There's a sort of like a window or a port cut into the fencing with like a little like platform, like a little table. There's a sign above it that says maintenance shop. The sign is flipped to open, and you can see presumably the guy that you were talking to on the radio is sitting at like the comms console there, and he's just chowing down on the grungiest like hero sandwich you've ever seen. Like mayonnaise like squirts out as he bites into it, and he splatters the comms unit again. You know, and just sort of like wipes off the dirty microphone. Yeah. But the other things that you see, you could go through the door proper, head north into ALCOR space station. Does the map make sense? Oh, someone's not even here. It'll make a lot more sense once you're in the room, Stella.
Well, I wouldn't say that to the mechanic. I actually wouldn't say that. Do we've been here, right? Or is this like a different layout depending on which ALCOR station?
If you've been to one ALCOR space station, you've been to all of them.
Okay. So we have a rough idea of where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, no surprises.
I do walk up to the mechanic,
Sure.
and then say, "Hello, my good sir. We have an oxygen leak. Could you possibly take a look at that?"
That's not oxygen, and he like lifts his like butt off the chair and like lets out like the most toxic fart you've ever witnessed in
I
your
believe
life.
that's pretty humorous.
And then he like tucks his sandwich into like the pocket of the bib of his overalls and like saunters over to the window and blows his nose into like an oily handkerchief. You say that's a oxygen leak you got over there. I can fix that for you.
That would be most appreciated.
3 million credits.
Excuse me?
Fine.
I believe
2.5 million credits.
I believe we can negotiate.
Yes. We should negotiate, Kirsch. Looks at you.
Is he a problem?
A minor problem? But don't do anything rash. Seems like he's trying to extort us. Do I know that this is how much it normally costs?
No, this is a crazy fee. This is like
So he's trying to extort us.
it's beyond extortion. It's like almost like I feel like someone like walked up to you and was like, "How much for you to like, do like any like put my like groceries in my car?" And they said, "Well, I'll do it for like $9,000." Like obviously they're just pulling a crazy number out of thin air. It's kind of like what this guy just did do.
Do I think he's joking, or does it seem like he's joking, or is he serious about this?
He's got a shit-eating grin on his face. While he's chewing on his roadie sandwich. Yeah.
I say, as someone who's worked on ships, I don't think that's a fair price. Could you do it for whatever the fair price is, like what in my head?
Sure. He spits back, was like, "I'll do it for double that." So now we're in like the realm of like feasible numbers, right? Is basically.
Okay.
And I'm also like scrambling to find like ship repair costs in the book while I'm at it.
Kirsch is like whispering by Meekin, if he still does it for double, tell him to do it twice as quickly.
I turn to Kirsch and I say, I don't think we could even pay that much, Kirsch.
He'll change his mind. He seems lazy.
Okay, let me walk up to him. My good sir, could you do it for double that price, but at double expediency?
He reaches over to like the chain link fence where he's got like a clipboard hanging, and he pulls down this like really like oil stained sheet that says like to-do list, and there's like nothing on it except for his like oily fingerprints from like handling it. And he goes, "I don't know, I'm kind of busy." And then he like makes a point of like pocketing the clipboard so you guys can't see it was like empty.
Okay, this guy's clearly pulling our leg. And it doesn't seem like he needs to be doing this. So in my head, this guy is... I just walk away and just let Kirsch do whatever he needs to get done. Well, it was nice speaking to you. Turns away.
You're an
Kirsch just
android.
gets- Yes.
I don't like to do business
Powers.
with androids.
You don't?
I cost triple for androids.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I turn when I hear that. I say, my good sir, this is he is my friend and a part of my crew. You will not speak to him like this.
I don't have any friends.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's-
he like waves you off. He's like, yeah, I'll get around to it. Blah blah blah. And he like starts like shuffling away from the window, and he like starts throwing open like toolboxes, and it's like, "Where's my oxygen leak recalibrator?" Blah 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 blah. Like he's intending to start repairs in their ship. That's for sure, for certain. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Okay, I got two questions. That was amazing, by the way. One, do we have any money?
What did you guys start with?
Because I didn't see like anything for me for starting with money.
Kirsch has 120 credits. I don't know if that's
120.
I don't know if that's anything in Mothership. Probably not.
Mm-mm. I can't find anything on like raw cost for ship repairs, and I'm not gonna like lose the lead looking for it. I'm gonna guess that the pocket change the three of you guys have started with will not feasibly cover repairing an oxygen leak. So now you have a second question though.
Yes. Do you guys mind if I'm mean to your characters?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any emotions.
I think because I think
let's not say that yet, Kirsch.
We can get you some upgrades.
I think I'm narrowing in on my character. So, she comes over and hears the tail end of this, and she's kind of confused. Says, "What are you two doing?
Negotiating.
Trying to fix the ship.
Negotiating? I can fix the ship. We just need some parts. Get bozos. We need to find whatever this package is." And she points at M's character, Meekin, and says, "Can you sniff it out?"
I could try to find it. Yes, I think I have some kind of idea of where Mickey might have stored the package.
Well, let's get on it.
Okay. Well, I don't take Stella's mean attitude as a slight towards me. I understand what it's like to be stressed out and not have anyone that loves them. So I'm turning the other cheek.
Nice.
But yes, I will go, and I'm assuming there's a place that I have a point of interest that I would know where Mickey may have left something for us.
What you know about Mickey, besides like the chrome implant thing, the guy loves to party, and I mean party like with a asterisk. The guy loved his hookers and blow basically. And he wasn't even shy about, artificial of either flavor. So
artificial hookers.
Hey, like hollow hookers, holographic hookers.
At least he's open-minded.
Holograms.
You know?
Yeah. He'll pay for the hard light stuff if you know what I mean. So
no idea.
Yep. So every ALCOR space station will have 3 public areas. It's going to have, and I put a little sticky note because there's areas are numbered on the map. 1, 2, and 3. Can you guys see my laser pointer on Albert?
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. Yep. Those are the canteen and vending, and then a rest and relaxation area, which is like coffin pods and stuff like that. Like it's like a motel. Think like trucker stop motel showers. And then the arcade will be a combination. Every ALCOR station, the arcade is a combination of vintage arcade machines, gambling, robo boxing, and slick bays. Slick bays being plug-in VR stuff.
Okay. Now, do these robots fight there against their own will? How would Kirsch feel about this?
I'm not a robot.
Okay, apologize for my ignorance.
No, I get confused for robots all the time.
Yeah.
It's very easy to tell us apart.
I have many
away.
Android friends. It's you know. Okay, I would think the place with women, or I guess not even women, just like anything to have sex with or drugs, would probably be the arc. Well, no. Is this like a seedy place where like lot lizards go to like deal, or is it seedy as in it's just nasty?
Yes, both of that. Both of that is true.
Okay.
We need a alliteration for like space lot lizards. What would that be? Like space sluts or something.
Space what? Like you mean like truck stop lizards?
Yeah,
space?
Yeah.
Oh.
Space. Yeah, we'll come up with a word for that. But I would assume that
it'll be the title of the episode, by the way, will be whatever lot lizard.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, so it is
I
important.
would assume he left it. He wouldn't leave it at the arcade unless he left it with somebody, because he wouldn't just leave something in the arcade. Nor do I think the canteen. So he may have left it in a room that he has under his name at the Rest and Relax. That's what I would think. So I say, let's check out the resting area. I think Mickey may have left it in under his name, possibly.
Okay, so I don't want to push the group along, but what I'm reading is you guys move upwards on the space station into the next area. Oops, I just deleted something. That's not good. How do I grab? I'm really good at this, guys. Don't worry.
Nice.
All right.
Or I'm chat GPTing a word real quick that goes with space.
I recommended ALCOR alligators.
ALCOR
Oh.
alligators. There it is.
Okay.
Thank you, Miguel.
You went more with like animal thing. I was thinking more like a word that wasn't an animal, but that makes sense.
Well, because alligators, yeah, it's not going to be great. This is not going to be a great situation.
Well, Kirsch, let's not.
Well, it's not Kirsch. This is Miguel.
Oh, okay.
It's above the table.
So, moving you guys along to the canteen and vending is sort of a big one open space with very high ceilings, especially like weirdly high ceilings for a space station. It's almost like unheard of. And it's oppressively lit with just like the harshest fluorescence known to man. Mr. ALCOR was like, we got to make people as uncomfortable as possible while they're eating here. Turn the lights up to the most garish shade of like white as possible. All of this cavernous space is also like weirdly sparsely populated right now. It's kind of like, just to keep our truck stop analogy moving, like when you're on like a cross country drive, it's like 3 a.m. and you're dipping into a rest stop for like that desperate cup of coffee, and there's only like 2 people at the rest stop, and you definitely don't want to be like near anyone, right? It's kind of that vibe here at the canteen and vending. So there are people, just not enough people to avoid, to like cancel out the echo that you hear in this place. To your immediate side on the right over here is like a large vending area, which is just like rows of vending machines. Some of them look operable, even supplied. Doors labeled for restrooms, which also include like shower stalls and stuff like that. Pay by the 15-minute increment for all usage. There's like some, when I say a kitchen, it's really just like fast food counters with like boisterous kitchens in the background, because even though this place is like completely dead, you can see people, even now you can see people in the kitchen area past the counters are toiling away at making reconstituted food products that, as you watch, they just sort of like take the tray of like whatever, like space fries and a space burger, and they like have the tray ready, but there's no order number for it, so they just dump it into like the chute where it's like melted down and like broken down into its base parts and then like recirculated, and they're just doing it over and over and over again. And then of course over here you have the cafeteria seating area, which is metal tables and metal benches, again sporadically populated. Past the canteen and vending is a doorway that will lead to the rest and relaxation deck of the ship, of the station.
I just feel bad about all the souls here. Just looking at this corporate hellscape. Sorry, go ahead, Kirsch.
Well, I was going to say, Kirsch has Rimwise. Would that help him sort of get a bead on where potential contraband would be, like where would be a good place to store this stuff? So they can maybe suggest it to the group, say like, maybe we should start here.
Can I challenge you with a roll of intelligence and I'm thinking like a success means I'm going to give you like a straight up clue on where to go.
Okay, but would I add Rimwise or no?
Yes.
Okay. So my stat is 46 plus 10, 56. Let's see. Oh no. Nope, they're not that great. 80. I got an 80.
Oof.
So I failed.
Yeah. Meekin's comment his quiet comment over to you about like all these poor lost souls has like accidentally triggered like your empathy circuits. And you're
He
too
has
distracted.
he has a memory flashes back to when he lost tens of thousands of people to an AC accident. It's like, oh no.
So yeah, speaking of lost souls, I also lost 10,000 people.
I don't actually know that. Remember, Meekin does not know that. So
Yeah, you don't know. He just had a flashback.
Yeah. So
Which
yeah,
is
to
like
Meekin, to your perspective, it looks like Kirsch just is empathetic towards
Just
like, you're like-
short circuit or
yeah,
something.
his tear is like from he also is sorry for these lost souls. Stella, you've been quiet. What you got for us?
Stella is gonna beeline for the rest and relaxation, and you can see on the back of her jacket her patch that says, "If I'm running, keep up."
Okay. Enough said. All right. Oops, I lost the post-it underneath the. Okay. So you skip past all this stuff.
I'm still glance around, but
Okay.
mostly, yeah, just wants to get it done and get out of here.
Kirsch, for free with your Rimwise as you keep up with Stella. As Stella's looking around, you're following her eyes around the room. And Stella, where you're seeing like a couple like strange figures like here and there in the seating area, or like queued up for the kitchens or whatever. Kirsch, you know, in this crowd, there's undoubtedly some contractors you could be hiring for help if you were so inclined. There are when I say lost souls, there's people here without a purpose that could probably be recruited. That your Rimwise tells you that much.
Can we afford them?
That's a you problem. All right. This map I've tried to abstract as best I can. When I say endless cramped corridors, it's not like one straight shot across the deck of ALCOR station. It really represents a myriad of twisty turning corridors filled with garbage and junk and leftover forgotten stuff, luggage, people, blah 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 blah. Any one of these cramped corridors could lead you to smaller side corridors, which all connect towards these. If we need to describe rooms, we'll use these squares. Does this map make sense?
Is there a front desk area?
Yeah, of course. Not only is there a front desk area, or rather, I should say, instead of a front desk area, at several intervals as you're like meandering the corridor, or maybe you stop at the first one, are just sign-in terminals where you'll like punch in your credentials and swipe your card, and it'll give you a room assignment, basically. These rooms are, notably, just like the restrooms, pay by the 15-minute increments.
Oh.
I think I've left out that I need to sign into something, so I don't think actually the thing is here. I don't say that out loud, by the way.
Sure.
Is there like a thing in the terminal where you can like look up guests or like do you have to swipe your card, or can you put a name in?
So just we're all new here, so I'll just tell you my style of GMing, especially a game like Mothership, is very much yes and or no but. I haven't thought of that. It makes sense to me, so I'm very much okay with you guys taking the liberty to say I want to inspect the terminal to see who's registered without logging in or anything like that.
I will do that.
Yeah,
Meekin does that.
Okay. I think this is some sort of hacking role though, to like sort of glean,
can we
to sort
help
of
each
skim
other?
private information off the terminal without giving away your presence. Yeah.
Can we
Kirsch?
give each other like advantage or something? Like if I have computer skills, like help Meekin if he's like hacking into the terminal.
I'm okay with you guys gaming it and figuring out who has the best chances of doing it. Like
I turned to
logistically, the three of
Kirsch.
you would stand at the terminal and be like, okay, who knows how to hack this thing open?
Just a bunch of stooges standing around. I turned to Kirsch. I did go to school for computers, but it's been a while.
Yeah. So who has a good? It's an intellect roll. Good
It'll be intellect, and computers will help. If anyone else can help, you would just need to have the applicable skill.
Oh, I have plus 10, so whoever does it, I can also help if you have a higher intelligence than me. I have 45 intellect.
I have
So very close
53
to mine.
intellect.
All right. So maybe Stella should do it. Would Stella roll with advantage?
Exactly.
we
With the
okay.
three of you putting your stooge noggins together, Stella's rolling this with advantage.
Do a little prayer, and I put my hand on Stella's shoulders.
Awkward, but it's incredible how often that helps.
He just says like something from "Hang in there," from something he saw on the
Good.
cat poster.
Hang in there, bud.
Hang in there, baby.
Meekin, I'm very excited because
No.
on
7 and 94. Good
So it's-
lord.
Oh
a
no!
7. I hear a 7, so we're good.
97 and 94.
Oh my!
I look over Stella's shoulder. I'm like, are you sure that's how you're supposed to be doing that?
She glares and just, no more help from your god.
All right, Stella, you gain a
Stressed.
point of stress as just like before, the computers are frustrating you. Maybe your mind's a little sluggish from the cryo sleep or something, but you're not quite up to what you used to be. Either way, it's a point of stress. But Meekin, I was saying, mysticism is one of the 2 ways to learn the skill of hyperspace travel. The other one being like, it's interesting that you can pray your way through hyperspace travel in Mothership. So
I feel the force.
exactly.
And the force is like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're not able to just for free skim around like what's in the terminal. You're gonna have to pay up or input your name or something, probably. Or
there's no one who works here, right? There's not like a janitor or anything, or like a person who like seems like they are wearing a uniform.
As a matter of fact, as you are looking around for like, there's got to be some hired help around here. Coming around one of the tight bends in the corridor is an ALCOR staff member. I'm gonna roll a die to see who shows up. Okay, I'm gonna drop in the chat. I'm really bad at doing this, but I'm gonna drop in general the portrait of the person who shows up.
Oh no.
And she is mopping the carpeted floor. Her name tag on her shirt says, "Hi, my name is Barbara," but the B's are backwards. And again, I can't stress this enough, she is mopping a plush carpeted floor. Her motions are jerky and sporadic, almost robot-like. And she has a 1,000-yard stare in her eyes. She's not even looking at what she's doing with the mop. Her mop is like hitting like the walls. She's splattering like wet, of course it's wet, like dark, gunky looking cleaning water on her path down the corridor, kind of coming your way.
I turn to Kirsch and Stella and say, we could talk to the help if maybe they have information, since it seems like we can't get into the computer. Looks at Stella.
I think Stella's like opens her mouth to like call out to Dardura, but is just like flabbergasted.
Oh yeah, she 1 second, I screwed something up. Sorry. There we go. She looks like she's snapped out of a daydream, and tilts her head at you and affixes you with a very rehearsed sort of smile, showing giant buck teeth, almost like comically big teeth. Like she doesn't have all the teeth in her mouth, the teeth are so big. Cartoonishly big, and she puts the mop in the bucket and starts like pushing the roller bucket across the floor to close the distance with you guys, and says, "Hi, I'm Barbara. I work here at ALCOR Station. I can help you with any questions you might have."
Great. Where is the contraband?
Oh, ALCOR has a strict no tolerance policy for contraband of any sort. Anything classified as a level 3 or above illicit good is not allowed here on ALCOR Station, courtesy of the company who's made that decision about what's dangerous.
Would you have a directory of people who've been here? I'm trying to look for my friend, or where he may have been.
Absolutely. And she gestures towards like the terminal that you guys were just on. This terminal is our. This terminal keeps a registry of everyone who's reserving a room at ALCOR Station. If you know them, you could probably just type in their company-given name, and it'll confirm their presence or not.
Okay, above the table, do I know Mickey the Roach's God-given name?
Oh, Mickey the Roach is definitely not his company-given. Do you know his actual name? Yeah, probably.
Hey, yeah, me. I hope Mickey. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So I turn to the terminal and type in Mickey's real name.
The terminal beeps the affirmative, and it says he's in room 346. And then it even like prints out like a dot matrix like map of like how to walk from where you are to the room.
Turn to Stella and it's like, see, it's not that easy, it's not that hard.
Great job, everyone.
I'm gonna just
You too, Barbara.
Mickey.
How's Barbara looking? Is she looking all right for her?
She has.
I'm assuming she's.
She hasn't stopped smiling during this entire exchange, and as you guys like looked away from her, her smile like started to like slide down her face, almost like her face is synthetic.
Barbara, are you all right?
But as soon as you affix her with your attention, it all snaps back into that same corporate grin, and she says, "Never better. Working at ALCOR Station is a dream come true." She twitches and like turns and starts like mopping, and she keeps saying, "A dream come true, mop mop mop. A dream come true, mop mop mop." Off she goes.
Quite a refreshing opposite of that other guy.
I say to Kirsch, the cruelty of man to create such a thing and put it in chains. And I'm being ignorant because I keep forgetting that androids and robots aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it to him because I feel like he would understand what I'm saying.
Not to like really pick on Mickles?
Who?
Not Mickles.
Meekin?
Meekin?
Sorry. Not to keep picking on Meekin, but also Kirsch, you know for sure that this Barbara or Dardra, as Stella said, is a human.
Yep.
It's not an android at all.
I know.
Look, I don't go outside that much, okay? So I don't know what people are like. It's not my fault. I try to help people. That's all I can do. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that she's a robot or an android or a human. I'm just saying.
Sorry, Meekin.
I gestured Greek.
You really meant the best, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I meant the best. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Dardra has gone around the corner, but you can still hear her echoing the mantra. ALCOR is a great place to work, or whatever it was, yeah. But she hasn't quite gotten over that phrase.
Let's go.
Stop.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, as we walk, I realize my misgivings on that situation. I'm like, I meant the chains of capitalism, Kirsch. I didn't mean anything like I didn't mean like any of that. And just like awkwardly walk behind Stella.
I love it's a really great image.
I'm not speciesist.
Yeah. Anyway, your journey following the dot matrix printer maps, three lefts and a right kind of a thing, takes you down increasingly cramped and dead end feeling corridors. The piles of garbage get thicker. You actually have to wade through bags of it at a certain point. But sure enough, you arrive at room 346. Go ahead, Stella.
I'm just going to step a few feet over this way. I got to feed my dog.
Actually, this could be a good time for a break if you guys are feeling it.
Yeah.
That works for me. I also need to go to the bathroom.
Let's do a quick
Same, I
10
need to go
minutes.
back.
Looks like we're all back on OBS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so if I'm tracking correctly, the three of you are now standing outside Mickey's room, 346. Any questions before we hop back into it?
No, not for
Okay,
me.
cool. The door to Mickey's room looks as mistreated as the corridor in which you find it. Excuse me. There's graffiti sprayed across the door. Looks like there's some semblance of like gang activity, like gang presence on this ALCOR station, and one of them has declared this corridor their territory, kind of a deal.
I am staring at this dishevelment in the same way as I was staring into that black screen at the start when I was after Mickey's call.
Okay. Is there like why are you staring?
I'm just like sometimes you just kind of stare off into the distance.
Hmm.
Like you just kind of get lost a little bit. It's kind of like that. Like that, I would say Kirsch and Stella have noticed I've done that. Like over our time of being a crew, I just kind of like, especially in environments where it's like very messy and it seems like no one's taking care of the place. It's like it's a somberness that comes off of it.
Okay.
That,
Kirsch, Stella, how about you two? Meekin looks like he's meditating.
Kirsch has very low sanity, so he's not noticing any.
Okay. Kirsch, you have Rimwise.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the gangs tagging territory, that you can see in the surprisingly like artistic take of the graffiti, you're able to like read it basically like another language. There's contraband to be bought somewhere on this space station. Lucrative stuff. Yeah, definitely like corporate, like prototyping goods kind of thing here.
Yeah, he has linguistics and Rimwise. So
yeah.
maybe you're. Does he just know, or do I need to roll for where we might go?
You don't know where it is for sure. The graffiti won't tell you
Gotcha.
that, but it is here on the station. There is treasure to be had if you guys choose to pursue it.
Yeah. I let the others know that whatever that contraband, that young lady that really enjoys her job, it might be stored here and might be something that we can perhaps make some profit off of. If we can find it.
Good to know. Stella's going to try the door.
It is locked. But like any door in these coffin motels, the door is the lock is kind of a suggestion, you know. It's not a strong lock. It's not even like an electronic one. It wouldn't take much to bust it open.
I turned to Kirsch. Well, Mickey did invite us over here.
Yes, I believe we have free range of the station.
I didn't mean. Okay, let me think how Meek would feel about breaking into this door. God, okay.
Like if Kirsch just tried to open the door, would it just give? Is it pretty cheap?
Yeah.
Or do you need me to make a strength
I think
check?
with a strength check or a tool of some kind.
Do I have any tools?
Sorry. You could roll strength to just like muscle it open. A tool or a skill will get you in there for free.
Yeah, I just have a tranq pistol. Does anybody have any? What would be the equivalent of thieves' tools?
Doesn't even have to be thieves' tools.
I have a scalpel.
That could work.
Mm-hmm.
Got a flamethrower.
Okay, let's not put that down, Stella. We don't need to use that here. Remember what happened last time. Okay. I feel really bad about this, or Megan feels really bad about this, but I will, as gingerly as possible, try to slip my scalpel in there and Jimmy open the door, because I do feel like I'm invading someone's personal space.
Yeah, between the scalpel and Kirsch's jury rigging rimwise, right? You have jury rigging and rimwise, right, Kirsch?
I don't. I have rimwise and linguistics. I think
Oh.
Stella has jury rigging.
I have jury rigging.
There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Can you shush, please?
Why did
Thank
that
you.
happen? One second. Okay, between the skills and the tool, you guys get the pop the door right open, and it opens up into the rankest smell you guys have ever felt in a long time. A smell so pungent you kind of feel it in your eyes, kind of a deal. Just
Cover my nose
yeah,
and say a prayer for breaking and also the smell. Sorry.
a petri dish of bodily functional odor, kind of a deal, and stale drugs and alcohol and all that. Mickey the Roach
kill him.
was undoubtedly
Gonna kill
partying
him.
here. Undoubtedly.
No one break both of his legs. Just break both of his legs. Put him on a planet.
Stella.
Perhaps
should judge.
Perhaps the flamethrower would be appropriate here.
A blessing, yeah.
Now,
As you guys come in and investigate the small space, it's really just like one room. The ceiling here is so low. You have the suggestion that they actually pack in these motels. Like two motels somehow fit to like one level. I don't know what my hands are helping at all here. So there's no like standing upright in this room. You're all hunched over, sort of digging through the garbage. The big takeaway that you find is when you pull out or you find you unearth the terminal for the room and see the room bill that Mickey's been racking up, renting pay by the 15-minute increment hard light holograms he has run out of credit basically, and the last sort of indicator is that like the ALCOR is like, you're out of personal room credits. If you're going to do any more of this chicanery, you need to go move it over to the slick bays in the arcade. It's much more eloquent, polite speech, but basically ALCOR has said, like, we're exhausted sending cleanup service into this room.
Oof.
You've burnt out the hard light projectors. You need to go somewhere else. And don't forget to pay the bill on the way out. Yeah. But somehow Mickey managed to leave without paying his bill.
I turn to Kirsch and Stella and say, please don't judge my friend. He's got his demons.
It's absolutely disgusting. He says it in a nice, polite manner, though.
Mm-hmm.
I start put on some cleaning gloves and just start digging through the trash.
Start
unless there's No, I'm looking for what Mickey left. I'm not tidying up.
Oh, it's not here. But you do find something here. Go ahead and roll D100 for me.
Oh God.
100.
I have a table of venereal diseases. No.
I have a lot of siblings, so it's fine.
Go ahead.
He
and
did
roll
put on some gloves.
He did.
9.
9. In the piles of garbage and stuff, you do find, quote unquote, the Corporate Slacker's Handbook. Subtitle: The minimum viable work method of making yourself seem indispensable without really doing much of anything. Definitely a how-to guide. Survival.
Sounds real.
Yeah.
It's on Matt's shelf.
I give Kirsch this and see this. This is what I was talking about earlier, the chains of capitalism.
Kirsch has a patch that says "Do your job," so he would not look kindly on a book like that.
It's exactly the kind of handbook you use on Kirsch to fool him.
It seems like what we're looking for isn't here.
I would hope not.
He must have moved on to the slick bays. We'll look there.
Okay.
Perhaps we could ask for some help. Staff seems so helpful.
As a matter of fact, you guys turn to leave, and standing in the doorway is Darbrada. What'd you say?
Dardra keeps
Dardra?
changing. Her name keeps
Dardra.
changing.
Yeah. Actually, this time when you do see her, her name tag is spelled. The B's are the proper way. It is Barbara, and she's standing hands on hips, with the mop sort of like leaning against her, and she tilts her head at the three of you and says, "Oh, are you checking out? This room is," and she like starts.
Not ours.
The room bill is 300, not sorry, like 102 days overdue for payment, um, and per the ALCOR contract, um, um, the last presence who leaves the room is entitled to pay the bill.
Oh no, the door was open when we got here. We were just making sure anyone was all right. Not our room.
Nevertheless, you
Ernst.
did make use of ALCOR hospitality. She gestures to the room at large, and made yourselves comfortable here. I can see, and she gestures towards like things that you had moved around. And since you've enjoyed the hospitality of ALCOR's motel, I insist. And she holds her hand out for your cards, your chip cards,
Kirsch.
credit cards.
Kirsch steps up to her and says, "Barbara, my dear, is the room not supposed to be clean between guests? Our room was not made up when we walked in here. I don't think you've honored your part of the deal."
When you're almost nose to nose with Barbara, her demeanor falters. Her eyes sort of tremble at the corners, and although she's holding her teeth together in that persistent smile, she says, "Please." She says it in a whisper, almost like she doesn't want to be overheard. I need this room to be paid. I haven't been off shift because I've been waiting to clean it. And she sort of pushes her hand against her chest for that card again. I'm not allowed to punch out until all my rooms are cleaned, and I can't clean until they're paid. Tears start welling up at the corners of her eyes.
How much is the bill?
805 credits. Those hard, and she pipes up. Hard light projectors are often finicky in prototype equipment in the best of places, and are very expensive to replace. This room.
Can I hear Dieter, or is she just talking directly to Kirsch?
Oh no, this was loud enough for everyone to hear.
Yeah. What if we cannot pay?
She leans in again, Kirsch, for your benefit, and she says, "I'm not allowed to clock out until it's paid."
Until it's cleaned or paid.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to clock out until it's cleaned, and I can't clean it until it's paid.
So why don't we just clean it for her?
Or we can go find the person whose room it actually is, who's supposed to clean it, and get out of your hair.
I would
She
rather burn
tries to
this room
leave.
down. Yeah, I just follow Stella as well.
Kirsch.
Once Saiba says that she's not going to do anything violent, I walk behind Stella.
Meekin. Yeah, Meekin. What about you? What do you do?
I feel very bad for the situation, but at the same time, it isn't my responsibility. But at the same time, I like instinctively kind of start picking up stuff until both Kirsch and Stella leave the room, and I will follow them if that happens.
Okay. Meekin, you hear Barbara break down sobbing, just like she's in the doorway of the room she's been waiting on to clean for the past 102 days. Gain a point of stress, Meekin, for feeling because you feel bad. I think that's how we translate that. Nevertheless, you guys return back towards like the main thoroughfare of the twisting, winding Coffin Motel of ALCOR Rest and Relaxation.
Before we leave, can I give Darbara a word of advice? I say, hey, you don't have to work here. Do not let the chains of capitalism hold you.
She holds onto your hand, Meekin, and says, they don't allow me to leave.
Who's they?
ALCOR. ALCOR doesn't allow me to leave.
You just walk out. Why don't you just walk out?
She lifts up that ALCOR cap she's got, and like emblazoned on her forehead, like almost like it had been like drilled right into her forehead, is a like cerebral control implant that is so carelessly installed that the wound around it is infected and pussy and all sorts of drippy.
Yeah.
Make
okay,
a sanity save.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a D100, right? And under my sanity?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I passed that check. I feel actually tremendously somber after seeing this. And it is not a pass. It's 94.
94. Okay, yep. So actually, instead of the 1 stress I told you to gain, you're going to gain D5 stress. As you
And whenever a
leave.
scientist fails a sanity, we all take a stress.
Well, that's true. And Stella and Kirsch, when Meekin rejoins you,
Oh, God!
how many, was it 5?
I just took 5. I'm at 8.
No. Oh, no.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
that's bad. The stress over the reality of ALCOR Station is certainly contagious. And Stella, even despite your icy demeanor, it does literally stress you out.
ALCOR is like a big corporation, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Is gosh, this feels a little too topical to bring up. Is Cracker Barrel a big franchise? Is Buc-ee's? It's sort of like on the galactic
Buc-ee's
scale.
now. Buc-ee's is big. I don't know about Cracker Barrel.
You know what I'm saying though? Like on the galactic scale, ALCOR probably isn't that big. It's probably owned by like several other like shells of corporations, but they are proliferant across known space. Every sector has an ALCOR station.
Okay. As I walk with Stella and Kirsch, I am thinking in the back of my mind if any of my computer knowledge could maybe do something to the station, possibly, or help Darbra, but we don't have to get into that. Just like kind of back of my head.
Side quest: liberate ALCOR slaves. I feel you. Okay, where to from here?
Let's do our job,
Slick bays.
folks.
Slick bays. Okay. Let me see if I can do this right this time. I did it. Oops, still screwed up. Okay, you enter the ALCOR. Oh my god.
Oh no.
There we go.
The ship starts shaking.
Yeah.
Station explodes.
I forgot to lock these down. ALCOR Arcade is noisy. It's a noisy and exciting area that holds all the entertainment facilities of the station. You guys step foot into the vintage arcade lobby, which is filled with both dated and classic games. So there's definitely like Space Invaders here for sure. And
I love Miss Pac-Man.
And Miss Pac-Man, and the definitely from my childhood would be the Terminator shooting game. I love that one. So that's
Yo, they got Fortnite here?
Yeah, Fortnite is there's a row of like LAN computers with Fortnite. Yeah, sure. All the gray space in this room is occupied with slot machines that are just constantly chiming and ringing. You can see people both winning and losing incredible fortunes simultaneously. The center of the ALCOR arcade is the boxing ring, which is sort of like a nested arena with stadium seating around it. You can hear the sounds of gladiator-like combat happening inside of the boxing ring right now. To the far end, you can see a dance floor, which has a combination of actual people dancing in it and holographic dancers. And the eastern bay of the deck, it's rows and rows and rows of personal use slick bays, little combination of like VR and like holodeck, rooms.
Question: are the hollow hard light constructs sentient, or are they just like a thing?
I think it depends on the quality of the slick vid you're paying for, right? Like top tier dollar will get you like hard lights with enough with robust enough AI that it's almost like the real deal, right? But a cheap slick vid is something that you just sort of like roller coaster ride through. It all depends on what you want to pay for.
You don't have to look
This
at the
deck
ring.
also, excuse me, this deck also is covered with like a floor of mist all over the, like up to your like shins. And the air here smells almost like suspiciously crisp and cool. And just stepping into the deck, you guys feel like a surge of pep. Even you, Kirsch.
Mhm.
I think your speed checks might be rolled at advantage here, just because it's so
nice.
lively and hoppy in here.
Stella, you're gonna be okay with your asthma.
You just hear like the occasional like puff noise, just like a much higher frequency than normal. I'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'm not related to any of these hard lights. Before you ask me,
I meant I didn't say that. I meant the people in the ring, which are robots, by the way.
Actually, as you guys meander about, you can see in the boxing ring has attracted quite a crowd because there is currently a person duking it out with a rock'em sock'em level of robot, and people are just
Real steel.
thrilled to see. Yeah, but it's real steel. But like, I never saw the movie, but I'm assuming at some point a human fought one of the robots.
No.
You arrive just in time to see the human get like smashed in the face and like all of his teeth go like flying into the crowd.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd goes wild. Credits change hands.
Is there like a person in a uniform around here?
Yeah, sure. You look around and busily refilling one of the slot machines over here. You see a slight figure, almost childlike in the size of their frame, but with very dexterous hands, perfect for filling in credit chips in the slot machine before they close it. They turn to look at you, and the name tag says Andy. And because you're looking for him, he makes eye contact with you as if knowing you're looking for him, and gives a jaunty tip of his ALCOR ball cap to you. I can get
It's like a Newsies.
Yeah.
Is that a child?
Can we tell they're human or not?
Oh yeah. I mean, Barbara was human.
Gotcha.
There's Andy.
Wait, Barbara's human?
We established
Yes.
that, yeah.
I know. I'm saying in game. My character's like, wait, Barbara's human? Yes.
I wonder if other folks can't tell us apart. Perhaps I could get in the ring and make some money.
Kirsch, you don't have to do that. Maybe it's in your programming to want to do that, but you don't have to do that.
I've always wanted to be a gladiator.
It's a good plan B.
Like.
Okay. If you want to, you can't.
Welcome, gents. Andy, he actually like sort of like skips over to you guys. Are you looking to have some fun here on the Alcor arcade? Can I direct you over? And he gestures to like a coin machine where you just swipe your credit for you exchange credits for like Alcor chips or whatever, so you can play. You know, you have to use their proprietary currency here.
Stellar, we're looking to have some fun. You look like you could relax. He doesn't say calm down, he says, but you look like you need to relax a little bit.
It's good to not use your trigger words.
We are trying to find a friend of ours we think might be in the slick bays.
Well, you're in luck because he gestures with it, you know, he makes a grand gesture towards like the wall of slick bays. We have a variety of slick vids all on demand. And he like gestures like the first couple banks which have like the equivalent of like Mickey Mouse and shit like projected on them, you know, family friendly slick vids for fun for everyone in the group. Or if you have particular tastes, you like points like down the row where it gets like increasingly like dire and dark and X-rated, right? So, like all the way at the end. And there's just like out of one of the slick bays, you know, Andy's in the middle of like we have action slick vids, and like someone is being like hauled out of the slick bay vid on a stretcher. They're like bloody and like you know. So whatever sort of slick vid piques your interest, Alcor can provide. And he tips his hat to you again.
A slick vid is like is it like a real video or is it a VR video?
It's all the above, yeah. It's you plug into it and it plays around you. And again, if you want like the hard light stuff, it costs more because then you're like, you know, playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable in this place.
Well,
Sorry, go
blame your
ahead,
friend
Stone.
Mickey.
Yeah, I'm starting to suspect that perhaps we were sent on a wild goose chase.
Well, let's ask. Andy?
Hmm?
Are you a child?
Of course not, silly. Alcor strictly prohibits the employment of people under 9.
Do I know that? Is that a factual thing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh. The chains that bind us. Could you help me locate my friend, or if you've seen someone like my friend here?
Sure.
And I described to Andy what Mickey looks like.
Okay. Andy's demeanor like shatters when you describe Mickey, and he's like, "Oh, we all know Mickey," and he's like, oh, "I guess his name was Mickey the whole time." We had to carry him out of Slick Bay, and he like points like the last row. He kept installing his own slick vids, which is against Alcor policy.
So are you saying he's dead?
Well, we put him on the emergency shuttle. He was sent planetside.
Oh, okay. Could you guide us to where you took him out from?
Yeah, sure. Right this way. And he like loudly, "I'll do anything to help a customer have a good time at Alcor Arcade." And Andy starts like skipping along like through the crowd to one of the slick bays has like caution tape like across it, and like I'm afraid this slick bay appears to be down for maintenance. Shucks, guys, I'm really sorry about that. Can I interest you in Toontown? And he points to like the G-rated thing.
Wait, they fucking Mickey Mouse over here?
He's G-rated.
Okay. I don't know what
the next door one is. Yeah,
It's no gravity, fucking Minnie Mouse upside down.
I
That's
mean, the answer to your question is yes. Someone was surely fucking Mickey Mouse in like one of these slick bays, but Andy was pointing towards like the G-rated slick bay down the line, like he's trying to appease you into a different slick bay.
Oh, no, thank you, Andy. We'll take from here. Thank you.
Have a good time, and he salutes and skips away, ready to refill more vending machines with his dainty
That-
little not.
that was a
hand.
child.
I start looking up this ALCOR hire children, like on my internet, like.
No, ALCOR doesn't
Just
hire
know it.
anyone under 9.
Okay. I look up what is the age of a child in this part of the galaxy. Okay. Well, seems like this is the last place that Mickey was at. Hopefully he's alright. Hope.
So
Do we have to?
go ahead?
I was gonna say, is the room locked?
No, the caution tape has been enough to deter the general public so far, it seems.
If it's easy enough to duck under, Stella would. Otherwise, she'll just knock it away.
Done. Yeah, you guys enter a standard slick bay vid, which is a slick bay thing, which is ostensibly like a 0G apparatus that you like strap into with a headset that's like dangling from the ceiling. It plugs into your cyberware stuff if you have them, and then the room around you has projectors to like show an image around you, which sort of corresponds to what you see in the visor. It's all, I don't know if you guys have done slick bay stuff, if your characters have, but it's all pretty rudimentary.
Can only people with implants do this?
Nope, but they have a better time doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they get a little bit more raw, you know.
Computer played image of my dead sister. Make it sadder. No, I'm kidding. I'm just. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll just investigate around with. I'm assuming everyone else is also looking around.
Sure. Yeah. It's immediately apparent that the terminal, which controls like playback, has been tampered with, i.e., like broken open, and someone has been sort of like hooking up their own hardware to the slick bay, i.e., Mickey showed up with his own tapes to play, kind of a deal. As a matter of fact, there's one left that says like written in like Sharpie on the side of the cassette is Meekin play me.
I look around at these two, and I guess if they don't say anything, they see my hand come towards to press it in.
Sure.
That is you, I believe.
You pop in the data cassettes,
Mhm.
and the room sort of like warbles as it like warms up and like, comes to life, and it starts hollow projecting the same brothel that Mickey sent the video. You know, he's sprawled out on like a heart-shaped bed, and there's holographic women like all around him. Coin must be a little short because these are not hard light projections. These are it's just for the look, you know. Although they are sort of doting on him, you know. Someone is feeding him holographic grapes that he goes through the effort of like looking like he's eating them, and like he winks at like where you're standing, and then in his way that the skinny little bastard Mickey the roach rolls off the bed, stands up jauntily, and you know puts his hands on your shoulders, or like where he thinks your shoulders will be. It's just a little bit off, you know.
I move to where his hands are.
Play along, yeah. Meekin, it's good to see you, buddy. I've never forgotten what you've done for me. He gestures like towards like the window of the brothel, and there's like it's all fake. It's like a augmented reality projection of the same little moon thing that you found for him using your mysticism. Meekin, this cache couldn't have been more fruitful for me. I've managed to build a small empire by hiding stuff on this beautiful rock, and I owe it all to you. So of course, I'd like to make good on what I owe you. So, and he like looks around the holographic room that you're standing in, and gestures towards what is disguised as like a cabinet in the brothel room, but is in reality like a maintenance panel hatchway. Says, "I hid a lead for you in there, buddy. All I gotta do is pop that open, and there's a briefcase in there with all the details that you need to take on the job offer. I'll see you
Is
when I see you." And then he brings up a little glass plate thing and with a straw, and the holographic Mickey the Roach starts snorting the grodiest line of hyper meth or hyper coke or whatever that you've ever seen. Spins and falls on the ground and just manages to cough out end transmission.
when he says the lead, is that like a generic thing, or was that something I was specifically asking him for?
There's a panel right there.
So the hologram dissipates, and there is a maintenance panel where he had been pointing. That now that you're listening for it, like there's like a vent that should be blowing air into the room, but it sounds obstructed.
I shift my gaze towards the panel, and I like promptly, but with much effort, move towards the panel.
Okay. It's the screws are not, they haven't been like replaced perfectly. Like they stick out a little bit. It's obviously been tampered with.
I slowly unscrew it. Actually, I quickly unscrew it. You actually see me scrambling to unscrew it a little bit.
Sure. Inside is a small briefcase that when you open it up will be like a little data terminal holding. This is how people move large amounts of private data on these kinds of things. Keyboard, screen.
I open it up,
spacer.
and it's like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the job offer spools out on the screen for you guys. I made this channel, and I'm going to invite you guys into it as soon as I figure out how, without losing any momentum in this story. There we go. So you guys should now be able to open the channel, the job offer.
Whoa.
Oh no. ChatGPT, can you summarize this for me?
All right. The details of which you guys are being offered the chance to break into a secure and remote facility on the planet Murandal, which you've never even heard of, but you'll find out it happens to be in this sector of space, almost as if Mickey redirected you here for this reason. You'll receive 200,000 credit payments on completion, or 50 for half. You are to head to a Dyson phytology research outpost and steal archived research files from their data storage vault. Retrieve a process sample from the labs and deliver it to a place that, out of character, I haven't figured out yet, but it is listed in the contract of the job. Penalty for failing to succeed at this contract will be inability to take on if you don't do it within 2 weeks or absconding, you will be blacklisted, and a bounty will be put on you for a total of 800,000 credits.
My gosh.
Right.
Sorry, what?
And then there's like do you choose to accept this mission, yes or no, on the console?
So it pays $200,000 credits, but if someone doesn't
Each.
do it,
Each.
each. So that's 600,000.
Yep.
But if someone doesn't do it, we get 800,000 for tracking that person down.
Mm-hmm. Because
Simple math.
whoever is, that tells you, Mr. Rimwise, whoever is offering this contract, like whoever is hidden behind like the anonymity of this contract, cannot afford to let knowledge of this mission happening outside of this terminal. Does that make sense? You're not allowed to live with this information, basically.
So since we've all seen this, are we contractually obligated now with like the implication that something bad will happen?
That's an awesome question to be asking yourself right now.
Okay.
Have you, in fact, opened Pandora's box just by reading the contract? Yeah.
Can I ask if I would have any knowledge of anything like a Project Bloom as someone whose like background is like researching certain things?
Yeah, absolutely. We can. I think I was actually not ready for that question.
We can come back to it, but I will ask Kirsch and Stella.
I'm starting to wonder how good of a friend this Mickey person is.
For what it's worth, 200,000 credits is a incredible fortune. So
Each.
yeah.
If this is where the way guides us, then I believe we should take the job. Not that we really have a choice now, I would say.
What do you say, Captain? Do we take the job or turn Meekin over to the? That was a human joke. I'm joking.
Wait, but you guys also sold the information.
We haven't seen anything yet.
I turn it slowly. I turn the screen slowly towards.
Make them look at it.
I don't think we have much choice.
Assuming that means you push the big yes button, then
Yes.
the console prints out a little dossier, which will be all the location details that are listed after this, and then the console self-destructs. A little like you hear like a little like sizzle, and then like the screen that you're looking at cracks, and you're left with just like the printout, which is the details that I've dropped in the channel.
Put my hand on Stella's shoulder and I say, I knew you were a good person.
There's no advance of any kind. There was no credits that came with the printout. They're making some assumptions that we can leave this place.
Yeah, actually. So I should retcon that. Yeah. Let's say before it self-destructs with an intelligence of like pleading with the console, can you give us an advancement on the payment? Yeah, let's see if you can plead.
Yeah, Rimwise and computers. I would probably try to at least get us enough to get us away from the station.
Yeah,
maybe a little. Maybe seeing Megan's distress, he would also maybe enough to pay off that room if possible.
Yeah, we'll bypass the roll then, there, Kirsch. You're very equipped. So 150 CKR. I'm assuming that means 150,000 credits.
It's 1,500, right, or something like that.
Yeah, 15. So like I was trying to say a fourth to each of you in total. So you guys still have 150 coming your way. But this is 600 credit. I'm just going to say 600 credits to the three of you. If we add any more players, which I think we're keen to do, it'll start splitting the take. It's not going to be just inflating. But you guys do have a sizable pot of 150 credits at this point. I think that's 150,000 credits.
Thank you, Kirsch.
It sort of spits out on like a gift card, like an ALCOR station.
I think 150 KCR is like 1,500 credits, right? Something like that.
We'll look that up later. It's getting kind of late, and I think this is
that
a
would
good
be
point to end the session.
Yeah, that would be enough to maybe pay off the mechanic and the room.
Okay. So so we'll end it here, and I'm okay with doing like the housekeeping of like preparing to travel to Choi Labs in Discord between sessions, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well we'll end it there. I'll stop the thanks for playing, guys.